Hey guys, so it is day 3 of our Advent Challenge and I have still not found time to get them done early. So that means I'm posting late in the day. It's worked out up to now, but I will make sure that I'm posting them on the morning. I need to pre-make some videos and posts. Tomorrow's Sunday, so it promises in some way that I should be able to do that. Now, yesterday we had Stephen as our Christmas Advent child, and Stephen was sponsored by a lady called Donna who came forward and shared her support with him. So thank you, Donna, for reaching out. And to anyone else who sent messages, etc., thank you. And to other people who offered to sponsor, I've messaged you back asking if you don't mind if we assign you to another child. And I hope that's okay. I don't want to just, when people come forward each day, I could easily put the sponsor on to today's child, the third Christmas Advent child, but I want to try and give them all a shot. And the more children we can get sponsored, the better. I'm sure you all agree. Up to now, 8 children have been sponsored in the last 3 days since we started the Advent Challenge. So the Christmas spirit and the Christmas magic is working in people, and 8 children is a big deal here, you know. It's a big deal for these families, and it'll make their families happy too. The grandmothers are very relieved for the children, and all the other children that have been sponsored as well. So, in the hope of sharing more Christmas magic and a great Christmas gift with these children, and more importantly with their guardians as well, because the children don't really know what's going on, but the guardians know the magnitude of what happens. We have another young man, and I've selected at random again, and this little guy is called Nicholas, which is an appropriate name for Christmas. So he is 4 years old and he's living with his grandmother. The reason he lives with his grandmother is they never knew his father and his mother has passed away. Still, no one's quite sure what happened. I'd edge towards HIV, tends to be the case. People don't even know they have it, chance infection gets them, the immune system's down, and people pass away when they're young. So his mum passed away, leaving him alone with his grandmother, and his grandmother is living with her 2 grandchildren, not just 1 grandchild. She has 2, Nicholas, and a sibling. I don't have the name of the sibling in front of me. And they are living in 2 rooms without any running water or any electricity. And they don't have any mattresses either. And Nicholas was attending Armani, our nursery, but when he's finished in January for the new year, he needs to go to primary school. The grandmother definitely can't afford primary school. They are living less than $1 a day, doing casual labour when she can, which means working in the field certain times of the year. This means the family, as I said, don't have mattresses and they'll eat the same meal all the time, which I always reiterate. I always say it over. Why is my brain not working? I always say it in every video and every post that they are always eating every day ugali. It's funny here when you ask a child what's your favourite food, they'll say ugali because they don't know what other food is. And ugali is just flour and water basically. So, and you mix it up to make it's like mashed potato. So they eat the same thing every day, collect wild greens, sometimes beans as well. They are sleeping on the floor, as they have no electricity. Nicholas, as with most children here, won't be able to do his homework at night time, so the sponsorship will bring for him as well a little solar lamp. So I had one with me, it's gone. A little solar lamp, just a little desk lamp, so he can charge it up outside. And it also has a port to charge a phone in case the family have to charge anything else with a USB, whatever reason, a torch or something like that, possibly from the solar panel. And also it will provide access to medical care. And medical care is important here. Sickness in Uchira is high. Sanitation is not great because most have pit latrine toilets is what people have here, and there's a lot of disease and a lot of sickness going around. On top of that, you have malaria, typhoid, contaminated water supply, etc. And without medical care, it's dangerous for a child. Just today, we've had tragic news of someone we know losing an unborn child, and she was right at the late stages, and it's because there's so much sickness in the area, there's so much unsanitary ways of living which we're trying to clean up as an NGO. But The magnitude of not having medical care is something huge. And when you don't have 50 pence for the antibiotics for typhoid, 1 in 5 die who don't get immediate antibiotic treatment with typhoid. So it gives you an idea why it's just life-savingly important for children to have access to it. And we as an organisation can't do it without the sponsorship. I can't just tell every child, come, you can have access to medical care, because I don't have the money. I simply can't do it. So the sponsorship will bring Nicholas his education, his medical care, and the basics, so he can have a comfortable life at home with his grandmother. And of course, we'll find a sponsor for his sibling as well, which will then take the burden off the grandmother. She doesn't need to worry about them going to school, etc. And hopefully, come January, we'll be able to sign him up for primary school in the infants and get him started on his education. So this is our day 3 Christmas Advent child, and it's little Nicholas, little Saint Nicholas. I keep thinking of Saint Nicholas when I say his name. And he's a beautiful little guy, and I hope that we can share a little bit of Christmas magic with this little fella as well, and his grandmother. So, Merry Christmas, guys. Bye.